Tell me that's not a politician fucking lawyer right there. I'm surprised they didn't get the game, but I know you never know what they picked. But that was it was so perfect. I had my hair, the presidential hair going on.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these are like
there was a.
That's like the new presidential candidate.
Remember that show,
the
Bush show that was on Comedy Central? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
It was like a parody show about Bush. It's pretty funny. You look like you're right in that era.
But I mean, I Miles Neff.
Yeah,
So
the
him and I
guy,
both been at the working someplace, and they said, we've both been told we have presidential hair. He does a joke about it. His is like 1786, and mine was 1986. You've got that Reagan Bush era hair. And the guy who told me said, "You must have been like 120." He goes, "Nope, great clips, 1999." He goes, "No fucking way."
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back. I got a great episode for you guys lined up this week. We got Ed Niemi on the podcast. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's the host of the Thirsty Buffalo Open Mic in Odessa. I've also seen him host Side Splitters. The guy runs showcases. He was just on Hot Taints. Funny guy, endangered species, comedian, Caucasian, heterosexual. So, we love him. And I want to give him a format to tell us what he's about and put us on some games. So without any further ado, my man, Ed Niemi, let's go. Comedy Coroner.
Comedy Coroner.
So how was the drive, man? Where'd you drive from?
Odessa. It's right next to Newport Richie. It's right where the Thirsty Buffalo is at.
Great showcase you run there. That's happening this weekend, right?
Yeah, we have a show tomorrow night. Our last show, we had no audience. 0.
Oh my God. Guys, fix that. Come on out this weekend.
First week of school, and the weather was okay, but it wasn't bad. But it was like really difficult, and it's like, man, because she paid me and I paid the comics. We don't get a crowd tomorrow night. We've got Jared Thomas, Paul Boguski, and Sean Guest.
Wow, those are killers.
I like all those guys.
Jacoby's going to come in and do a guest spot just for do a couple of minutes.
Oh, awesome! That's great.
So all else well. So I bought you guys a gift.
Oh, sick!
And I thought, what is the most gift? After I made the striped pajama joke, did you hear about the striped pajama?
No.
Tell the pod.
Yeah.
So, guys, please welcome onto the pod. Very gifted comedian. He's mainly around the Odessa, Tampa area, but we see him everywhere. He runs the room at Thirsty Buffalo Brewery Factory. Please, he just hosted Side Splitters for the second time recently. Please give it up for Ed Niemi.
Thanks, it's great to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Oh, the studio audience is awesome too. Just feel like taking a victory lap.
Right?
Yeah, well, thanks for coming, man. Anyways, I'm dying to hear this pajama.
So doing the Side Splitters stuff, and Jacob's in a suit. It's always looking, got the suit up there, and it's a gray suit that has very wide, like maroon stripes on it.
Right.
And I get up there and I do the joke, and I preface the joke with, all right, I have to be, the most hated man in the world, right? I get it. I'm a middle-aged white guy. I've made a couple of money. I'm married, right? It's everything that's gone wrong in the world is my fault. I get it. So this joke is probably going to get me canceled, but I understand that Jacob is Jewish, but wearing the striped pajamas out there seems like he's going a little hard on it.
Yeah.
And the crowd kind of like paused.
It was really funny.
And then laughed. I'm like, okay, well, I guess.
There were some people that looked at me, saw me laughing, and then started laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, chill out. It's comedy.
It's freaking comedy, guys. If I wanted to make fun of Jacob, I would.
It is weird. People don't get the line sometimes between like a roast and being mean. Like one is funny in comedy. It's weird. The audience doesn't always know stuff like that.
I make fun of Jacob on a daily basis.
That's right.
Yeah.
You should.
And it's the funny part is that, I've seen a lot of people roast and they are just being mean.
Yeah.
And I said, man, it doesn't take any talent to be mean.
Anyone can be mean. You got to be funny.
It has to be challenging. Now, you guys know Manny Cassette, right?
Yeah.
I love really Manny. Funny. Manny's one of the guys. He's super nice to me when I started doing comedy. Mm-hmm. I got to roast him on his birthday. And he used to have this big, fuzzy beard. And then he trimmed it all the way back down. And I said, this is a joke. And I think this is funny. And I said, hey, I don't know why you know this, but the government actually made Manny trim his beard. And I said, no, it wasn't our government. It was Hamas. He was making them look too bad. It went over pretty hard at the roast. I thought it was very funny. See, that's a roast.
Yeah.
But I'm not being mean to him, but that's there.
Right. It's comedy. Yeah.
No, maybe I was mean when I told him that because Manny's a huge Star Wars comic fan.
Yeah.
So I just did like 10 one-liners about stuff, and I said, I think Manny's spirit animal is Jar Jar Binks.
That's funny.
And the Star Wars guys got that one.
That's so good.
But that wasn't there. So
I love that.
I've done Hot Taints. So you guys, Ryan and Thomas, those guys
Great
are hilarious. So I brought them stuff. So I thought I'd bring some. So after the striped pajamas, I thought, what was the best gift I could get him? So I brought you a bottle of Manischewitz.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Dude.
That is hilarious.
Mainly from my love of Mad Men and the marvelous Miss Maisel.
That is such a good show.
But no, there's a big difference between being mean and being funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's insult comedy. And it's like there's still comedy inherent.
There's two rules.
There's
two
one
rules.
of things that you can do that you're funny, and it's very different than being mean.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
Like Levi makes fun of me all the time during his set, and we establish that, and we know what he's doing, and it doesn't hurt my feelings because I know he's being funny.
Right.
And if you're that discussion, it's like, I can be.
Yeah.
I can be.
The
vicious
first rule is you can't get mad at the truth, and the second rule is if you're going to be mean, be funny about it.
If you're funnier than you are mean, I think you're in the clear.
And there are
well, that's you have to have.
There are certainly things he could say that would hurt my feelings and be mean.
But you guys have a good dialogue.
But that's
Like you
what
told
I'm
him like the
saying,
one joke that he didn't, that you were like everything else
there was
fine,
one
and then he
thing
stopped
that I
saying
said
it.
that was mean, and I didn't want him to say anymore. But everything other than that,
Which I'll have that sometimes too. Like my dad, every once in a while, he'll be like, "I like all your Jewish jokes. Can you lose the Holocaust one?"
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right, fine, but like I liked that one. That sucks.
Yeah.
When I started doing comedy, my wife said, you can say whatever you want to about stage as long as you're going to make some money. And she said you could get up there and say that my vagina is this big. And I actually did that.
It's like the OnlyFans rule, isn't it?
Down here, right?
Just make money.
I did the open mic at McCurdy's.
Oh, great spot.
And that crowd was like, it was packed in a little tiny room in the back they do the open mic at. And
I got to leave here early to go to that.
It was all like 18 to 25-year-olds. So I'm like, oh, screw it. This is a perfect
what's
place to
wild
do the joke.
Is you'll get a different crowd every Thursday.
One night it'll be old people, next week it's young people. It's interesting.
Because I've been in there and literally been the youngest person by 20 years.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm one of the older guys.
So you're on the list to do the mic tonight?
Yeah.
Nice. It's hard to get on that list. It's like you got to sign up like months in advance.
Lindsay used to work there when we first started dating, so I could get up pretty much every week when I wanted to, but then
until you had a beef with Mike Stevens. I don't need to.
You're not always going to have to edit that out of the podcast.
Just leave that out. It wasn't even that. He just said some of your jokes because I think he was,
It was a hazing thing, dude. I didn't get it then.
He didn't like that you were getting put up because you just started, Which that makes sense. That's fair. Yeah.
I got a lot of. I had only been doing comedy for a couple months when I did down there, and that was my first real. Now, I look back at it. I'm moving around on the stage. I'm having to check my notes because I hadn't got the jokes memorized. Mm-hmm. So some of that, the technical stuff, I got a lot of crap from, but the crowd loved the jokes,
right?
Yeah.
So
and you can learn all that other stuff as long as if you have potential. If you're funny, you can learn the other things later. Yeah. Learning how to get off notes, memorize it. It's all so important. I'm working a lot more on eye contact, posture.
Yeah.
Working a lot. There's so many things that just like when they do it right, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. My wife and I have every time I walk out the door, she's like, "What are we working on tonight?" I'm like, "Going slow. You'll start going fast. You got to use the pause. Because you can't walk over the punchline.
Right.
And then I'm pretty good about doing my 3 spots in the crowd, looking right, left, looking stuff. I got to look and up a little bit more sometimes just to get a little bit stuff. Mm-hmm. And again, my background is actually before I started doing comedy, I worked in operations quality. So for 30 years. So I'm always about, we call it plan, do, check, act. Right? You do a plan, you do it, you check that I do it right, you make a new plan, you just keep doing it. So you just try to get a little better every time.
Yeah, that's how you live in affluence. That's literally the step work for that.
Yeah, so, it's great. So it's really been a blast for me.
That's crazy.
So are you guys native Floridians?
No, I moved down here from Ohio. I finished college down here. Yeah. I've been here for three years. I'm doing comedy pretty
Where-
much.
where
since
am
I left to go to
Cincinnati.
college.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
I was really big into improv there. I did that for a few years.
A while. I grew up here.
Nice. Tennessee is.
I'm still working on the growing up part, but I got older. I got older in the Midwest and then lived in California for 30
It
years.
is-
What part of the Midwest?
I was born in Michigan
Michigan. Okay.
and grew older
What
in
part?
Chicago. I was
Nice.
born in. I'm legally obligated to do this. I was born in Lansing.
Are you a Michigan fan
No.
or a Chicago fan?
I'm a Bears Cubs fan.
Levi. Kick him out.
No, it's fine.
My little sister lives in Kalamazoo.
Levi.
I was up there a couple years ago.
In
Kick him
Mizzou,
out.
my brother lives about 20 minutes
Levi.
south of Kalamazoo.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
Three
I'm a
Rivers.
Packers fan.
Three Rivers.
I would root for. It was he works in Three Rivers. He lives in Portage.
Well, Portage is. I mean, like, if you lived there, you would call that Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
Technically. It's just all. It's like kind of like Bradenton, Sarasota, where you can't really tell where it stops and starts.
I would root for the Packers in a lot of games. They weren't playing for the Bears because their former quarterback I watched play in college. So I went to Berkeley.
Okay, it's funny
So he's
because my dad
All right, that's
technically-
My siblings went
he's
to
going to be
Berkeley.
just fine then.
my dad was
He's-
born in Illinois,
Mm.
so my grandpa was a Bears fan. So my dad grew up a Bears,
Mm.
technically a Bears fan, but since he grew up in Wisconsin, he rooted for the Packers. So unless they're playing each other, he
Yeah.
would root for the Bears.
I do a lot of that. I mean,
But-
I'll root for Tampa Bay if they're not playing.
Well, that's
one of the other teams.
I root for the Bucks unless they're playing the.
But I spent a lot of time. My grandfather was in Pennsylvania, so he was a
What part?
huge Steeler fan.
Yeah.
I grew up, so I lived in Pittsburgh for the first 5 years of my life. Then for 15 years, I lived in Cincinnati. That's so cool that he's from
My
Pittsburgh.
mom lives 2 hours east.
Yeah.
In Altoona.
Oh, okay. I know where that's at.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I grew up in Squirrel Hill, Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I drive through that effing tunnel. I don't know if you want me to swear or not.
No, you can say anything.
That
on
You
fucking
can
here.
say anything
tunnel.
except the Clintons on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
No, he only cares about that. When he leaves from McCurdy, talk all
Yeah.
about the fun.
It's the freaking tunnels. It's
Mm.
I will fly into other places just so I don't have to go through those tunnels.
Sure.
'Cause if you get stuck at the wrong time, it can
Uh.
take your. And the airport is on the far west side of Pittsburgh, and my mom still
So,
lives in Altoona.
speaking of Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, how you feel about that?
I'm hoping he's back and healthy. He
Did
was
you-
clearly not healthy last
Oh,
year
no,
or the
he,
year
was,
before.
he wasn't for sure.
I think he's an upgrade over Justin Fields. I think Fields is you're seeing some of the stuff in the Jets where he's struggling with.
That's what I think about Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Mm.
And unfortunately, that we
Definitely
were
was.
worried about the guy in Chicago now because it's Chicago's a place to where we got the best line I
They
saw about it is we got a pope from Chicago before we got a 4,000-yard passer in Chicago.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's
That's right.
fucking cuts right to the bone. But
Yeah, that's no. Chicago will be interesting this year for sure. I mean, Ben Johnson seems like he's a consummate professional. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Mm.
It was just kind of interesting how he played Caleb against that vanilla defense, and then went out there and didn't play him against Miami. He was blitzing, but I don't pay that much.
the Miami was the first game of the season. They're never going to put the starting quarterback in the first one. The second one, he's like, I got to get him
with the
time
new
in the
offensive
system.
coordinator. I think you might somewhat, might need the reps. I don't know.
I think it's more about making sure your offensive line is ready because their offensive line last year was so horrible.
What color do you think he's going to paint his nails for the opener?
The quarterback,
Yeah, okay.
I think he should go with this. The orange and blue, right? Just alternate.
Mm.
I threaten to do that when I get a manicure every 3 years to do the blue and gold for Berkeley.
My brother and
Dual
sister both went to
manicure.
Berkeley. That's a good school.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my electrical engineering degree. I graduated in 1995.
Nice.
How do you feel about? Well, since you're an Aaron Rodgers guy, how do you feel about DMT?
About who?
DMT, yeah, psychoactive. Jacob, you want to take this?
Is that the mushroom stuff he takes or whatever this stuff?
Well,
Yeah.
that's mushrooms are different.
That's the stuff Joe Rogan's always on in the podcast.
Yeah. Joe Rogan is on a lot of things.
That's right. Yeah, he's deer blood. And,
Since Joe Rogan will never see this, I can say
Yeah.
he's on Trump cum too because he sucks his cum.
I don't know,
that's
man.
true.
I know he's
I
starting,
think
he's starting to get a lot of him now.
Look,
He was dick riding Trump really.
I was a white
hard.
rapper
Yeah.
for a long time, and I used to put out my music on Spotify and a couple other places. And literally, I would hear like lines that I came up with in rapper songs like 2 months afterwards. Like they scope these things. Just like whenever you see like a professional comedian at an open mic, he's just
they're looking
trying to
material.
find some inspiration, dude.
Do you know about Robin
trying
Williams?
to find a joke he can curve.
Robin Williams is famous for doing that. But he would have people just write checks for stolen material. No one would sue. Have you ever had a joke stolen?
It's a sick policy, though.
I've never had a joke stolen. I've had a joke where I and another comic are doing a very similar joke.
Sure.
And I don't think he stole it. I think it might have just been divergent discussion. We both do a joke about our wives liking crime dramas.
Mm.
Well, if you believe in collective
and she's taken notes.
And,
right? So we both done that joke. And so he starts doing it, so I just dropped it. And it's like, it's my routine. My routine is better than his anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I had a Mongoloid.
See, that's the one thing.
I had a Mongoloid joke at the same time as you, and like I think it's just like not even that I liked your bit that much better than mine. They're pretty similar, but it's just uncharacteristic of me to say that sort of crass stuff.
Okay.
And it's so much more in your like. You like doing dark humor.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're
like that's more of a you or Martin thing. So I was like, it doesn't really work for me anyway. I'll just let him do it.
You got a stray corn in that
Oh
beautiful
my
beard of
god!
yours.
Of course.
Yeah, you did. I was letting it go.
Shrapnel.
I know. I saw you look at him. I got to take care of the host, man.
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Your co-host will fuck you over.
Oh yeah, this is a Thomas Nicola Ryan Cleveland dynamic. Yeah. He's gonna clip me with corn in my fucking beard.
And I'm just waiting.
It is. I mean, that is the beautiful power of having the final edit.
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
You can say whatever you want to because I've got the final edit.
Yeah, that's so true.
No, I'd fucked with him on a couple podcasts ago. We got in an argument about Cleopatra.
About like dumb shit. It's never been.
It wasn't like an argument. You know what I mean? We're just sitting here
disagree
talking shit to each
about
other about Cleopatra. And,
sometimes you just have to take the other case just to argue it, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I do these things where then I'll cut in and be like, hey, real quick, just to clarify that.
You're wearing a different shirt, sitting in a different fucking
No, it's
chair.
obviously a cut in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just to cut in.
I'm just living in affluence. We covered that earlier. I'm living in affluence. Be a little bit better every episode.
That's right. We're up in the production each time. That's right. So when did you actually start comedy? Like, what was your first spot?
My first, it's one could say I've been sarcastic and comic for 58 years, coming out the womb that way.
Sure.
But I started in technically I would say February of 2024.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it has not been that long at all.
Wow, that's crazy progression.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I always say people go like, man, you seem like you've been doing it long. I said, well, I've been a smart ass and sarcastic for 58 years. But I've done a lot of stage work. I was a trainer. I've been an instructor. I've done presentations to board of directors of billion-dollar companies.
It doesn't seem like you're a year in. Like I did Thirsty Buffalo Showcase with you. I've seen you hosted Side Splitters. That doesn't seem like year end stuff. Like,
and I've had some good teachers and I've gotten some good experience. I could get up more days a week. But it's like I balance stuff out. You got to balance it. Like I was going to go to Title last night. I love going to Title. I had some new jokes to start, but allergies are going. My voice was like, this is not going to be a good plan for me.
Yeah.
To go up there and trash my voice. I got this coming down here. I got a show tomorrow.
That's right.
I got 2 shows next week.
Wow.
And it's.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me is balancing everything.
Yeah. You have to find a good work-life balance.
I coach my son's flag football team.
I
own my own company. There's just a ton of stuff going. Yeah, like I knew today was a big day, but in my head I was only like, oh, it's just because Curdy's take.
And I was like, let me know when I can pull up for Ed. I was going to shop on my lunch break for some aperitifs. He's like, are we doing it online? What do you mean exactly?
I didn't figure it out until 5 o'clock because I told him last night, I'm like, yeah, just tell him. Just make sure you get his email address so I can get the.
I just completely miscommunicated.
I had no idea. Not that I didn't want you to. Don't mistake.
So I texted him at like 5. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way over. He's like, he told me.
You know what I mean? He told me you were coming. It was just something that didn't stick. Just because
but that's why you need 2 people to do this stuff because it's important. I mean, and I notice every good mic, it's like people think it's just the host. There's always a guy with the flashlight. There's a guy who's doing the list.
If you can schedule, I'll edit.
It's about
you know what I mean.
delegating.
Like that's the straight up.
For sure.
I'm willing to do it,
but it is. I mean, it is hard too. I mean, obviously, we like spending time together. We like having
Oh yeah, dude.
It's all about balance. That's tough.
like we like having family time and couple time, and it is hard to have that balance.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's the hardest part.
And obviously, I understand that it's important for him to do that, and it means a lot to him and to you, and to do that. But it is definitely.
But you take that kind of stuff and you turn it. So I used to do a joke all the time, especially when I did McCurdy's.
Casey's not.
I had two friends of mine and their kids. They're like 18 and 19-year-olds come in and came and did McCurdy's. I did the open mic, and it's a friend from high school, her husband. She brought her two like college age kids with her, and I did this joke, and even my wife was there. I'd done this joke. I said, hey, it's really nice to have friends of mine in the audience. My wife's home watching the dogs. Right.
Oh,
and so,
yeah.
That's
It is nice that there's a division of labor. I've been single since I got out of college last May, and just it's nice having somebody that's like, there's food when you get home, and like I have to do everything myself. I also have a more open schedule. Yeah.
Hey, Casey, nice to meet you, man.
Sorry.
What's going on, buddy? Nice to meet you.
Ed Niemi, Casey Rourke.
Ed
Have you
Niemi.
guys ever crossed acquaintances?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I've seen him on
Doesn't
the-
look like a familiar
on the
face.
Hell yeah. So yeah, Casey's down in
you're
you're in
hungry,
Northport, right?
Good
I
job.
am in Northport. That's right.
Yeah, that's what's up. And Ed's up in Odessa.
Newport Richie for the
Dude,
people.
okay.
All
All right, so like
Yeah,
inconvenient enough away in the other direction.
Like the
the radius is crazy.
pyramid is
yeah,
wild, dude.
It's pretty cool. I love that.
Everything's far in Florida.
what's your headband say, man?
Northport.
Sick.
It was free. It was free, and I'm Jewish. I'm keeping it.
That's kind of a good look for you.
Right.
That's better. I like that better than the beanie, dude. The headband.
I'll tell you what, it's way more comfortable. Like, it's not so damn hot in this garage with this
I
thing
know.
on.
I do not get guys in Florida in the middle of summer wearing fucking beanies.
It's a Jewish thing. You couldn't
I
understand.
know. I mean, I'm differentiating between the
It's a
yarmulke
big
and the
beanie to
beanie.
be Jewish, man.
Yeah.
I say by the classic definition, I have two Jewish kids because my wife,
Yeah, she
Um,
gave it to him.
my ex-wife, so my two kids are considered.
Oh yeah,
Jewish.
that's how it passes, right?
That's how I got it.
Yeah.
It's like male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
Yep. I got that
I
too.
Well,
wondered
got
which
it.
comedian would compare Judaism
It's
to a
called
disease.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go. Yeah, it's a recessive trait.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked up all the nuance in that one,
I mean,
dude.
I was eating a corner. I would have also done that.
It's all right. How's that corn, dude?
It's great. Levi is
The
such a
corn
good
is
cook.
really good.
Everybody.
Did you barbecue it?
Yeah, I cooked the corn and the chicken on the grill.
Yeah, Levi is a good
Did you
cook.
put it in the husk or did you cook it?
No, I'm past that. Smoking hot, dude. And I'm talking about burning my hands off, trying like after you cook it in the husk. Like it's literally
See,
a thing.
and from my view, you got the view. He said he's burning his hands off like this. It was a total dick joke, and only I got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
When he should have been doing it was a total dick joke.
Yeah, I was
right?
like that was. If
World's
you thought that was a dick joke for me,
smallest
I am so flattered, dude.
the little corn that
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was eating in Big. That was
Yeah, no, like the
eat
Chinese
that at
corn, dude.
home
That's,
a lot.
you don't have to.
That's right.
You don't have to
Yeah, the Chinese
around
canned
it.
corn.
Chinese canned corn.
My-
Yeah.
Does it make you a pedophicular if you love the baby corn more than the regular size corn?
I don't know. Pedophilia is such a big word.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that
That's
deep,
the
dude.
right term. I was.
It's like,
Just simplify. Does it make you a Trump fan?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
And it's funny because I don't do any political jokes, and I dropped like 3
No,
of them.
look.
already.
yeah, well, that's what the podcast is for. We love talking shit.
You can see the shift in the podcast because the first couple of episodes, I'm just like, because everybody was so mad about the loss.
Right.
Everybody that I thought was
Yeah.
funny.
I wasn't mad at all, dude.
When fucking Elon came back with the black eye, dude, and then the list disappeared.
Yeah.
And he started like putting all these things. Like I almost cried on camera. I was like, dude, the Orange Man's compromised, dude.
Well, I was saying it the whole time. I never liked Trump, and then the list stuff was finally the line for you.
Yeah,
It's
no, it
interesting
broke
when
me.
people are
It broke.
Once the list got him, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, god damn,
No,
man.
I got an AI.
I still think
video
he's funny.
now. That's Bigotfoot, the racist Sasquatch, finding the Epstein list in a pyramid. No, I'm serious. Finding it in a pyramid. Hillary Clinton spotting him the whole way. She snags the list from him. He chases her down, and then Donald Trump is in like this control room. watching with all these screens, and Elon Musk is tied up. Dude, I'm telling you, it's going to be a
That's
banger.
awesome.
I don't even know what I am now. I don't even know if I'm red pill.
You're a conspiracy theorist. That's your political affiliation. Stick with that. That's the best way.
I'm out here on an island, dude.
Yeah. So you generally stay. I don't think I've seen you do political comedy.
No.
That's smart. It's so hard to.
Well,
I love getting you to do it on here, though. That's fucking
it's
sick,
fun. It's
dude.
just this is a podcast. You're just like, I'm just going to say whatever comes in. There's the filter's gone, right?
That's right.
Because on stage, now I do a lot of ad libs when I'm hosting,
Right.
but I don't do a lot of ad libs when I'm doing the open mics or doing my routines, unless there's something in the audience who's really going to jump out at you.
That's what I love about hosting is it's like a challenge to make a new joke
Yeah, and it's
between each
and-
set. You know
and-
what I mean? Just see.
I've hosted Thirsty Buffalo now, I think, like 10 times.
Nice.
I've hosted a couple of times for Stefano Capicato in his place, and I've done Side Splitters twice. I've gotten about 7 jokes out of it that have turned into ones that I can play in the right different rotations, right?
That's the best when you get new material. Just on the
and
spot.
also it's a good place to throw in if you get up there and you do a joke about something, and I've got a joke I've been working on that's something related to that. The audience thinks it's an ad lib,
happens all the time. Yeah.
right?
That's
And
I'm literally scrolling the 45 pages of jokes.
Yeah, where do I
have?
have
I'm growing as a person too. Dude.
some of them are my standard jokes that I've done, and the audience like, well, we've heard that joke. So some people in the audience know it's already a stuff on there.
It's that time. All right, guys. It's that time. I'm being summoned. Life of a married man.
Okay, what is
Nice
somebody
to
hitting
meet
the
you.
keyboard? What are you doing, man?
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
I got. He said summoned. I thought for sure it was ice.
Yeah, no. All American right here. American Jew. Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, nice
I'm
to meet
outie.
you.
Later.
Bye,
Check the letter.
Casey.
See you, Lindsay. See you, Levi. Later, Jaker. Bye.
He
See you
calls me
Saturday.
Jaker because
The Jaker.
we need some substitute for the
Gator,
word.
please.
Gator. We've been obsessed with gators recently. Gators and crocodile. For some reason, how did we get to the Chris Rock bit? 2 kinds of black people and then gators and crocodiles. It's just so dumb.
Do you ever do that? Like I do this while I'm driving in the car all the time, and I'll end up at some crazy thought, and I'm like, dude, how did I end up?
Yeah,
there?
what was the
And then you
train that got
retrace,
me here?
the synapses firing, dude.
No, at my age, it's
And
4
you're
o'clock
like,
in the
oh,
morning.
this started
on the
out with
internet.
Nestle,
Yeah.
with Nestle chocolate milk, and
Yeah.
I ended up at McDonald's stabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome the way
It's
jokes
the
change,
weird
John.
freaking connections.
Yeah, that free association is powerful. Like, and people will, just get such good bits out of that. Definitely. So, who is like your biggest comedic influence?
Oh man, I've been asked that a couple different times, and it's so hard to narrow it down. I mean, for me, I have my first remembrance was Steve Martin's Wildly Crazy Guy,
I can see that.
and
You sort of have a Steve Martin.
yeah,
vibe
and
to
it
you.
was that I was his first one came out, I was like 10, 11, 12 time frame, and King Tut comes out, then you start getting a little exposure to some of the older stuff you weren't supposed to watch, so then you start seeing Carlin, and you're like, that's hilarious. I love the fact that Stephen Wright can do 75 jokes that are completely unrelated to each other and kill a room, because he just does the one-liners.
And the way he delivers it.
Yeah.
It's all in his delivery, right? Just
It's
slow.
totally-
And also the
methodical.
funniest person on Half Baked too.
Yeah.
That's the guy on
He's
the couch.
so
right?
understated and
That's
deliberate.
what makes it so
and
good.
slow. No, that's the whole style, right? This dry British comedy. I love
It's
it.
literally, I think he talks in like a megahertz that's like megahertz that soos your soul. You know?
Yeah.
It's just so
But there's
low.
very few comics or comedians that I don't like,
Mm.
and I enjoy some. And I've got some, and I
You want to name
wore,
someone?
I wore, Jacob.
He meant Jacoby. He said,
Yeah.
He said Jacoby.
Yeah.
There can
no.
only be one. He's like the Kurgan and I'm Highlander. Our names are just
That's actually the bit right there.
I said that once, and,
Oh, did you?
he got mad. He was like, "Don't get my shit mixed up with yours," or something like that.
No, you've always said that one of us has to kill each other.
For sure.
I mean, I wouldn't say there's anybody I don't like. There's some guys that just don't get their comedy. I told this joke. I do this joke about NFL women referees, and I make this joke about they made a concession with the women NFL referees, and the women had agreed on one big sticking point. They promised only to call penalties that occurred in this game.
Dude, you're speaking my language. I was so afraid
And-
about the videos I curated that I was going to offend you. But
and the crowd got it in different segments. Like 2 people got it right away.
Yeah.
And then some other people. And then I go, hey, man, that's what I call a clockwork.
Isn't that weird when that happens? When you literally have to have, like, the representative of
Dominoes?
the group say it's okay for the white people to laugh.
I call it the Will Smith routine. Because
It
Will
is,
Smith
yeah.
was laughing
Right.
until he saw he wasn't laughing
And then
at
he's
Chris Rock. Then he got all pissed off. And I thought it was a bit. I still think it's a bit.
It was planned.
It's a 30-second walk up to the stage.
Yeah.
There's no way you can keep that amount of rage walking up there, still trying to act cool.
Also,
Yeah.
there's
And
no
you
way
know
that
what I
they
mean?
couldn't have stopped him in that amount of time. It had to be planned. Like, he was, like, here, Chris Rock was here, and then that walk was, like 30 seconds. And what security team is that? They're like,
Yeah.
he's
Will
already up
Will
there.
Smith should have been screaming, "Don't tase me, bro!"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how much of a walk into that. Like,
That is interesting. Yeah. It's interesting.
Because I it's like you said when I did the striped pajama joke.
Yeah.
I'm like 50-50 as I'm walking up after you get off the stage. Am I going to do this joke or am I not going to do this joke? And I'm like, it's fucking comedy. I'm doing
Yeah.
the joke.
That's right. You got to.
And I said, I know Jacob knows I like him, and I've had him work for me, so it's not going to be anything that's insulting.
Like Jake.
I said I did. I didn't say I didn't mean to speak for the dog.
we just
Everybody
like
loves
we like
it.
the good weather.
It's true though. It's like it's about intent. Like it was funny, 1, and 2, I could tell you were joking. And so I had a bit about when I first started out. I had a bit about Mace Windu, and like I was kind of racist that they gave the only black Jedi a grape soda flavored lightsaber.
Yeah,
That's not racist. That is
funny.
hilarious.
Right. It is a good
You
bit.
need to bring that joke.
I should bring it back.
I like to feel comfortable enough, but I will admit there's sometimes I'll pause for a second to see.
Yeah.
And if you're the guy that laughs too hard to that, and you're the only one laughing, then it's like, okay, wait a minute, maybe something's up.
But yeah.
But,
It's been me so many times.
Yeah.
Anytime I say something red pilled, people are shocked, and then Levi cackles, and I'm like, oh, I've gone too far.
This is the laugh.
Goes good with burying a body in the forest.
and I will to finish my thought from miles ago. She's my coach, and I love her dearly, and I think she's very funny both in her acting. Her career is Caroline Ray, and she was, for the people of some generations, she's always Aunt Hilda from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Wow,
She's
I
been
would have smashed
super
Caroline
nice.
Ray in the day,
She's
dude.
she's gorgeous, and she has got to be one of the nicest people.
Oh, wow.
And she can be very funny on stage.
She's literally the original Amy Schumer. What
Yeah.
Amy Schumer wishes she was.
Oh, like funny.
I mean, but even like the looks sort of looks like her.
And she
Sort
can
of
be,
like the
she can do
Hopkins Biggie
she can
face.
do comedy to all different levels. So no, it's just funny. So it's funny because when I was on the Hot Taints, Ryan Cleveland goes, so tell me what the deal was with Rachel Ray. And I'm like, did you mean Caroline Ray? He goes, yeah, that's what I said.
Rachel Ray too. I'd probably still smash her too.
I would also love acting lessons from me. I take it.
You know, like the thing if you were with Rachel Ray, dude, you would never like wake up without breakfast. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
She could probably sing
I'd
a
also
little
be
bit.
450 easy, right?
Yeah, we would die.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
What's your name?
There's a reason that Rachel Ray has these arms. She's on my celebrity
It's a
list. We've
joke.
already
It's
talked about
hypothetical.
this. It's a celebrity list.
So who's the top of your celebrity list?
Like comedians or people I would
No,
sleep
people
with?
you would leave a relationship for.
Oh yeah. I had a crush on Beyonce for a long time, but she's kind of aged up a little bit in recent years.
He was probably talking about comedians.
No, anybody on your list. It's celebrity list, because I get mine. People look at me all the time. And
Well, that's from Entourage. You know what I mean? It's like you have 5
Who's the
celebrities
chick
that if
from,
you met and you could bang, your significant other couldn't get mad about it.
Yeah.
Who's the chick from Training Day? Denzel's wife, Tina chick, Eva Mendes.
Oh yeah,
Definitely I would smash for sure.
So she's on my list of 5,
That's
and
a
I've
good
actually done a joke about this, and it's
Yeah.
Allison Janney.
Oh, nice.
From the West Wing era. She was hot. She's still hot.
Yeah.
And
Glasses?
yeah, she's glasses. No, she wore glasses sometimes, like in the early part of West Wing and the later
And
ones.
you're
She's
just
in The
ruining
Diplomat
those
now.
glasses. Like it's gonna be hot. Those glasses are never
Glasses.
usable after that.
And it's a funny story because
Glasses are targets. Dude.
Caroline-
That's all I'm saying.
Caroline, when I first started working with her, all my communication was with her was through her manager, right? I mean, she's a new guy. You're not giving out all your personal information and stuff.
Right.
One day she goes, I'm going to give you an assignment. I want you to just sit down and write all the funny things that happened to you from like the earliest memory up, and we'll find jokes in there.
Mm.
And she ended her email with, hey, this is my personal email, so I don't share it with anybody. And I'd already done a joke about, why am I starting comedy so late in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you decide you want to do something, you start it right away. As a matter of fact, as soon as the show is over, I'm hopping on a plane. I'm going to go start my courtship with Alice and Janney.
Wow.
Right? It's not too, so
funny.
she sends this is your personal email.
Yeah.
And I respond, I said, oh, by the way, this is my personal email as well. Could you please forward it to Alice and Janney? And she goes, I spit out my coffee when I read that. So I made Caroline Ray at least spit out the coffee.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So are you religious?
I used to be Roman Catholic, but I got better.
So you're just a no bullshit.
I'm an engineer.
Okay, scientist.
I believe.
Scientist. So you believe in science.
I believe that there is, something. It was a line from West Wing. Something begot the begot before all the stuff begot. Something started it. You can't explain how things started without something else, right? The chicken. There's like, do I believe there's one God? No. Ricky Gervais has a great comment about it. He's an atheist, and people get upset about him. He goes, "Well, there's 3,000 recognized religions in the U.S. in the world.
Yeah.
You believe in one and disbelieve in 2,999. I only disbelieve one more than you do."
Right.
It's actually a fair point. So
Yeah.
I believe that there's something somewhere
Ricky
that
Gervais
started everything.
Is a goat, dude.
Yeah.
He's on the Mount Rushmore.
I think it's a ghost of hosting. I mean, his work at the Golden Globes is outrageous.
They won't, they'll never have him back, dude.
I think they will.
Until they get their ratings so down in the gutter that they have to.
They have to.
And they're gonna beg him.
They're gonna beg him or
he is the best host of anything. I literally still watch some of those drops.
They're hilarious. I love a beer as much as the next man, unless the next man is Mel Gibson. That is classic.
All right, here I want to play this video. This is another podcast.
Listen to this. This is scary. So in 2018, scientists discovered a black hole really, really far, like 16 million light years away, super far from us. They were watching it literally swallow a star. It was sucking a star in.
Did it move or the star move?
The star was getting sucked in, so it was just like light streams going into this black hole.
And where is it going?
Listen to this. What they thought they knew of black holes, well, they don't know a lot, but it's just like stuff gets sucked into it because it's just this mad force of gravitational pull that just sucks everything in. But 3 years after they discovered this, they looked at the same black hole and it was spitting the star back out. So it's like, what's on the other side of that black hole?
Yeah, I think the answer is they don't know, right? And you think that you know, and you start putting it forward. That's where people discuss the difference between science and belief.
Does
right?
physics make you feel stupid? It makes me feel stupid.
I took 5 quarters of physics in
place.
college.
Physics still fucking creeps me out. Like when I try to wrap my head around it, I'm like, it is wild. I just don't think I have that kind of brain that can expand like that.
The universe is expanding. It's expanding into what? If that's not the universe, what is it? And how is the universe expanding into something that's not the universe?
What is
the universe?
What is your overall belief on whatever ruling system dictates our reality? Simulation theory, multiverse.
I think the simulation theory is scary. I don't believe it, but it's
scary because it makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
That's why it's scary. Yeah, 100%.
But if it's a simulation, then someone has to have gone through all the stuff we were through and more to be able to simulate this stuff.
But doesn't simulation theory, can't you break that down into Christianity, though? If you really, you know what I mean? Or whatever religion, doesn't it?
You can break, yeah. I mean, because someone's programming you to believe that. And it's also the same thing with religion is, I don't want to, I'll piss off all the Catholics or Christians on the thing in my broadcast.
Yes, we've done that.
Yeah, it's the discussion is, well, that's not what Jesus said in the Bible. I said, well, technically, anything that Jesus said is not in the Bible because it was written like hundreds of years after Jesus died.
Yeah, by other dudes, bros.
And there were like 78 books that prophets wrote that they decided not to put in the Bible.
Yeah.
So,
dude, they left out the best one. It's like literally, it's
Book of Eli.
No. Come on, dude. I mean, that's
great movie, by the way.
It's pretty funny.
I'm back.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Good, you're gonna have to carry the torch from here. But no, that's good. But
that's
no,
great.
The book of Enoch Johnson, dude. Boardwalk Empire, Star Wars shit. No, I'm just but like the book of Enoch is wild. Like, it's a wild book. The most entertaining one. You know what I mean?
That's got the aliens.
If you're going to print one, you should have put that one first. You should have put Book of Enoch first.
Yeah. But they chose the books that were going to help them justify what they wanted to do.
That's
so,
right.
Here's a religious question for you. Why can't priests marry? Is it something in the Bible?
I don't know, man.
No, it's not. It's because they were worried that priests would take ownership of the church and want to hand them down to their kids and not keep them in the church. because land passed from father to son. If you can't have any sons, then there's no worry about those lands being passed from father to son.
Right.
And they make a discussion about having the Bible do that stuff. It's not in the Bible.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a Bible expert. It might be in the Bible. I could be wrong. But
No, that sounds right. But then all I gotta say is like, what, the Vatican? Like, that's literally what that is.
Well, it's just interesting because it's like I think there's something up there. I think that the values that religion teaches are important. Like I think the Golden Rule
for most of them. For
Yeah.
most
Thanks for
religion.
coming, man.
Yeah, no way. It's great.
I hate having to leave right now, but
What time does open mic start?
9:00.
9:00.
But he's got to check in early too.
Yeah,
Big boy.
and we got a nice show. You should come Saturday, dude.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
You got anything going on
Do
Saturday?
you have anything Saturday?
He probably
There's-
has a
there's
paid
one
show on
with
Saturday.
Mike. You got a show, don't you?
No, I got a show on Friday, and then we have a.
You should come Saturday, dude.
Oh yeah, there's this mic that Casey's running. That's pretty good.
Where's that?
It's down in Port Charlotte, Northport.
Oh, it's
That's
like
too far.
2.5, 3
That's
hours.
too much for
Easy.
you. I thought so. Yeah, that's
We
what I
got a
was
hotel room now.
thinking.
Right
Yeah,
now.
but yeah, that's chill. I'm gonna be at Side Splitter Sunday. Are you gonna be up there?
Is it
I'll be in
Wesley
Western
Chapel
Chapel.
open mic again?
Yeah, they just started a Sunday one. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I did the last one on Sunday, and then it all depends what's going on.
Nice.
But I'll probably try to come in and do a couple of minutes. I wrote a new joke about how naps define what cycle of life you're in.
Yeah,
So
That's
I don't know
funny.
if it'll work or not, because it's a circle. You go back to the exact same place you started.
the circle of naps.
It's naps, peeing, how and off when you pee, and how much you want and like tits.
That's
It's a
right.
basic
It all.
circle of life. Those are the things all your life to find about. Whether you want to take a nap,
Mm,
whether you can decide whether to take a nap, when you can want to pee, if you can decide when you're going to pee, and when you're going to get a tit, and when you're not going to get a tit.
that's what it all boils down
It all
to.
boils down to.
That's interesting. Take note, people. That's what counts. Yeah, that's interesting. You know, it's people talk a lot about all these big things, and so much of your life is just breathing, eating,
Yeah.
shitting. It's interesting. We act like we're not animals. It's interesting the delusions we walk around.
But the simulation discussion point was that somebody wrote. I saw this on the internet. It's like, what if Jesus was a monk
Right.
that had trained himself to make his heartbeat go down to next to nothing, and they thought he was dead, and then he came out 3 days later, and
Yeah.
all these other things.
Speaking of Matt Wright,
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. And it wasn't like, what happened? Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. Yeah, of course I felt bad for her, man. But she should have had her protection crystals.
Have you
gotcha.
seen the one where he's talking about the lady who brought cookies to his show?
that's so funny. No,
You got to look for that one. It's like a lady bought cookies to a show for her mom, and he's trying to get him to hook up with her daughter. I'm pretty sure that's Matt.
I love that. He's great. Oh my god. So, if you could meet any comedian living, dead, who would it be?
It would be great to meet some of the greats. I mean, I always felt great about Bob Hope. Now, Bob Hope had a lot of screenwriters, but Bob Hope's not an American. He was born in England.
Is that so? I had no freaking
Yeah.
idea.
I had no idea about that. either.
That's
But
nuts.
he did all those USO shows, and he gave a lot of stuff. And
Well, I knew he did
think
that. I just
He's
didn't
very
know
funny,
he was.
but
He's great.
Mitch Hedberg,
Deadpan King.
yeah, some of his jokes are just so stupid that you make him laugh, and some of them are so brilliant you just laugh all the time. And I don't condone illegal activities, and I don't condone getting out of control with it. Right?
Sure.
I take medical marijuana
Yeah.
mainly to sleep, but
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I've been smoking. We should let's talk after this. Yeah, I've got a medical marijuana card too. It's got, but yeah, it is sad some of the drug use in the comments.
yeah, but
is
and
disconcerting.
it's not so much against drug use, but we lost all the years of Mitch Hedberg and John Belushi
And Robin Williams. You're right.
and Drew Carey. I believe Drew Carey is very funny, and he talks about it all the time about take care of your mental health. You got to take care of your mental health, man. You got to take care of you, and it's
Later, buddy.
the sad parts, the ones we lost too early.
It is because it's like I mean, they just
Jill
burnt
Redner.
themselves out. Yeah.
Cancer, right? I mean, it's not drugs, but it was cancer.
That's like, those are the serious ones.
Yeah, Rebecca
Hardcore.
Cochin is Dante Russinelli's. Dante's my coach, and Rebecca was actually my first coach when I did the fantasy camp.
Yeah.
And she's an actress.
Yeah.
And she said that was her tip. So
Oh, hell yeah.
salute out to her for doing that stuff. And it's every time. When I handed it to somebody who's like running the show, or, hey, here's my card. If you ever need to do something, they do a double take, which is going to help them remember you.
That is so important.
So,
totally. So,
what about you? Tell me your comic, the comics I want to know. I mean,
Yeah.
if you answered this on the show and I haven't seen it yet, then
No,
it's
no,
my
you're
bad.
good. You're good. So yeah, there's so many greats, but I did love Carlin growing up. My dad he just turned 60, and he loves Carlin, and I haven't seen a lot of who's that guy Bruce? He would get arrested all the time, and he'd carry a toothbrush. He's in
Lenny
the 50s.
Bruce?
Lenny Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a huge influence. I'm not that familiar with his material, but more what he stands for.
Yeah.
I love Bill Burr and, all the greats for sure. Yeah. And then like a guy who's kind of doing pretty well right now, who I love a lot, is Nick Mullen. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I've heard of Nick. I wouldn't say I'm super familiar with his material.
For sure.
I don't spend a lot of time watching a lot of stuff. It's usually the 1 minute reel that pops up on my at 4 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep.
Right. Yeah, the algorithm gets you.
Yeah.
That's
So,
nice, yeah.
I like guys who make me think a little bit and make me laugh.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to put down anybody, but anybody who walks out and go, hey, motherfuckers, what are you, and he drops something like that, it's like, okay, you're going to get a reaction, but is that funny?
Bill Burr is funny.
Yeah, he's
Bill
very
Burr's so
funny.
funny.
I saw his new special.
Yeah.
It was very good. I like it.
He's one of the best, and he's a good actor too. And he makes you think on top of being funny.
Does.
He'll have points where I'm like, I actually feel like that's right in the middle politically, and probably everyone who'll watch him have a take. It goes, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
And like that's hard to do and to be funny. Nate Bargatze is a big guy.
Yeah.
His routine about where he's at the golf course kills me. I just laugh, and the way he delivers that every time. I think that it's delivering a line. So I mean, all that stuff was written for him.
But I'm just saying he actually was very funny.
I'm always skeptical of like someone who's talented in one body to be funny. Amy Schumer had a bit when I saw her perform, talking about how people said Kate Upton was funny, and she's like, "Screw you." Like, she's a 10.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm funny. Don't take the only thing I have, So, like, I kind of see both sides of it. Like, if they do really well, okay, sure, you're funny or whatever. But it's also like there are people who spend years doing comedy, and it's weird some non-comedians getting the slot. I wonder how many people wanted to do SNL that week who were comedians didn't get it.
You're not. See, the thing is that you're hosting Saturday Night Live is not because you're.
There's so many.
You're in the main.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not about comedy. Eventually, yeah.
Who was it that was hired and then fired before?
Shane Gillis. I see why you mixed them up there. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Shane is so funny, and then he hosted it after they fired him. That's right, Jet. Very good.
And the Joe Rogan show. Shane Gillis was very funny, and
he's a killer. His Washington material is so funny. And Nate Bargatze did an SNL thing that was. Everybody talks about Washington all of a sudden. Have you noticed that everyone has to have a Washington bit?
No, I saw Nate Bargatze's Washington. That was pretty funny.
That was so good.
Well,
the weights and measurements one.
No, we're not going to do that. We're going to have our very own.
So, what do you think is the biggest misconception that people have about being a professional comedian?
That you're funny all the time.
Sure.
Right. You can't be funny 24/7.
Right.
Right. And I'll tell you that my wife will say things like, "That's not so funny."
Doesn't it?
It doesn't hurt. It's like I can't be on the A list all the time. Or she'll say something and she's laughing like she goes, "I'm the one that cares if that's funny or not." She'll laugh at her own jokes.
But like even Steph Curry, right? He shoots 40% from the 3-point line.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like people expect like 100%. And it's like, no, get real. We're humans.
And people out there who think comedians are like naturally funny, that they didn't do 1,000 hours worth of work.
Yeah, and you just
there are jokes that I thought were hilarious that I did when I started that are so bad I wouldn't even do them again.
Same. Totally.
Right? And it's like it's like all the jokes I'm doing now. Maybe there's one joke that I do that has survived my routine about my wife being older than a younger woman, but she's like, I know I've gotten funny when I can get my wife to like cross her legs together, bend over, and can't breathe because she's laughing so hard.
That's always
a golden moment. And I've done this line about, I say, people ask me who my favorite comedian of all time is. And I go, it's Mel Brooks. Because he's got an EGOT, a Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. Right? So first of all, very bright. But he's not my favorite because of all that. He's my favorite because he's not a handsome man. He got Anne Bancroft to marry him. Anne Bancroft, solid 10.
That's awesome.
Hot.
Yeah.
And I said that to my wife. I said, I'm 99% sure you married me because I'm funny. She goes, yes. I said, sweetie, you could have come back and said 96, 97. You're lucky I gave you the fucking 1%.
You're right.
But
it's
getting
so
an
important.
EGOT is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's like 1% of 1%.
Getting one of them is pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
but
impossible
to get all
this,
four,
The fact that I know somebody who's personally got an Emmy
wow,
is like a one.
it's 1% of 1%.
Yeah,
1% or something. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, that is very impressive.
The other thing I think about comedians is they think that we're all on drugs.
Right?
And you have to be depressed.
Right.
And
I'm a happy guy. I don't drink at all. Tell our audience, have you ever had a heckler?
I've had one. I did a comedy at a very blue-collar bar, and it was a horrible setup. So it was a very long bar, a long venue, bar at one end, a middle empty area, and an area in a pool table in the back. So we're actually doing the comedy in the middle, right next to the door of the kitchen, right next to the bathrooms, and you're dodging waitresses. And the guy just wanted to be part of the show, and he wasn't funny. And I used my standard heckler line on him, which is, dude, you look like a guy who'd take a Viagra before you went to a massage parlor. And that's a pretty good cut. And then I've turned that into a joke where I'll find someone who'll say something to it, and they'll say, and then his buddy was next to him, and he went, "Yeah, he burned you. I burned you." He said, "Dude, you're the kind of guy that took a Viagra before he went to a Girl Scout cookie bake, right?" Which is just taking it to the whole nother level of shit, right? My brother. So I was in the military. I spent 6 years in the Navy, and I did two. It was my honor. I got my shit together. It was so good for me in my life. I did 2 6-month cruises overseas and 1 90-day cruise where we're gone for that. So the joke about the military is you find somebody's weakness and you make fun of it for 6 months, right? And you get if you can't do the cut down and the trade offs and stuff,
so fast.
is you can't survive.
You had 6 years of insult comedy training,
and so people
are like, he's only a year in. It's like, well, kind of. You've only been going on stage for a year. You've had all the training.
And so I'm pretty, and my brother used to be, one of his side things, he used to be a college football referee. And he did this in Ohio.
Nice.
And I was working for a company that had to audit a company in Ohio, and so I could schedule it when it was, and so I would schedule it, do the audit, and then I would go with him and do a high school game and do a college game and hang out with the referees. And the referees always started giving me some shit or something. And I'm quick with a comeback. And they were just like, to the point where they just would not say anything to me anymore because it's there. And I do a pretty good job of when I have a filter.
Yeah.
But if I'm drinking or that, the filter can go.
Yeah.
And people get insulted.
Yeah, but
and
it's like they shouldn't start it then.
Yeah. And it's not, you're not even like on stage.
Yeah.
Right? And one of the ones I got was, this happened to me in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going the next day. We're going to go. My buddy and I are going to go drive from there over to Notre Dame. We're going to see a Notre Dame football game. First time ever Notre Dame forever. So we're getting up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to go to the game. We can't there. And he goes, have a shot with us. I said, no, a couple beers, fine. I can't do shots. I'll have a headache and I'll ruin my whole day tomorrow. Right. Have a shot. Had a shot. He's trying to do all these male intimidations and all this stuff. And he finally goes to me and said, if you don't have a shot with me, you will insult me. And I said, okay, you're short and you're fat. He didn't get the joke. Everybody else in the bar is like falling off the bar and he didn't get the joke. And he's getting all pissed off. And I'm like, somebody go explain it to me.
Yeah.
Right.
That must have been scary though.
He was about this tall.
He'd have been fine. Yeah. Hecklers are tough. I've had a couple, and I think more than anything else, it's just about being quick and just immediately.
Well, you give them the first to ignore them the first, and if they're disturbing the rest of the show, I've done the hey, see how this works is I'm the comic, you're the one who sits there and shuts up.
Right. That's a good one.
Right. And then you can say, oh, by the way, if you want to do this on yourself, there's an open mic so that we can heckle you because you look like a piece of shit.
Right, exactly.
It's
that is one I'll do where it's like, hey, I know you're blacked out right now, but there are sober people here that you're fucking things up for.
You're bringing us all down on your downer trip, dude.
Yeah. I know this is rock bottom, but some of us are trying to go somewhere. It's just interesting because some of the comedians are really in there to make people happy, and then some people it's like just mentally ill people looking for therapy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be mean to anybody. I also don't want to get shot in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It is hard to like have to follow some of these really weird people, or like, and it's like, come on, man. You think this is the right space for you? Like making people laugh when you're fucking miserable?
Yeah, I had a guy do an open mic guest spot at Thirsty Buffalo. It's the first day we showed it, the first one we ever did. And he started working for somebody that we knew, and they asked us to come up there. And he did 5 minutes of therapy talking about an issue, and it wasn't very funny.
Jesus.
And then his boss asked, he came back to work for his boss. He goes, "Oh, so I still have a job here?" And he goes, "I don't know what kind of pull you think Ed's got, but it's like he just does comedy."
That's
So
funny.
it's, but he turned it around. I did a joke at the end of, do a joke including the name of the beers.
Yeah.
And he did one that said, "Well, I guess my whole routine was a rookie mistake," and that was one of the beer names. And he won the contest. Crowd
That's
loved
funny.
it. So you turn it around.
Yeah, people can learn totally.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is I try not to like, in my head I'll be like, whatever when somebody bombs, but I never like, you don't choose to bomb. I never hold that against somebody. Yeah, no one chooses to do that. The only thing I hold against people is if they're walking people, fucking my setup. I hate when people get up there, yell about some crazy shit, make the audience walk out, or stop listening, and then you have to go up after them. You're like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I would prefer to follow someone who just killed.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "I don't want to go up after that guy. He just killed us." Dude, I'm loving that.
Yeah, it's
because
momentum.
The crowd's primed and ready to go.
Yeah, it's because
It's
they're
like
thinking
you're-
about it competitive.
Yeah, it's like, so I'm not, maybe I'm not going to go up there and be funnier on there, but I'm going to get a good reaction from them because they're already on fire, so I just have to throw a little gas on it.
No,
If you don't bomb, it'll look like you did. Because the momentum's up here.
The one and only time I did Sunshine,
Yeah.
I was set to go up, and I just memorized the name of the guy in front of me, and he's finishing his thing, so I go to stand up, and another comic goes, "Don't go anywhere, I'm going up." They had dropped in a traveling comic. And he went up there, and he's very funny. And then I went up after that, and I got some great laughs, and he actually liked one of my jokes so much, he said, "I wish I wrote that joke." And so you're just like, well, the crowd loved my stuff. I made them laugh. He probably helped me get the laughs.
It's a win-win. Yeah.
So, and I feel bad when I bomb or I don't get a laugh crowd because I'm not worried because I haven't done it for carrying it on. And as a host, that's your job, right? And I think that if you can help, the first time I hosted at Sizeboro, I think I did a great job of connecting the dots. The second time, I think I had some hits and some misses, but it's
such a learning experience.
Yeah.
Every show I've hosted, I learned so much from it because it's just like a million things go wrong, a lot of things go right. Somehow people seem to only focus on the good moment, who shit the bed here and at which juncture, they're just like, wow, that all came together nicely.
Well,
It might
if
have looked
something
like
that went wrong and you can make fun of it and make a joke out of it, then it went right.
I got another question. What is the weirdest room you've ever had to work, or the most unexpected gig?
Weirdest room? I don't know. That's a tough one to say. I worked at a bar in, I won't say where, on the coast over here in the Safety Harbor area, Clearwater Safety Harbor. It was just a standard bar, a very small stage in the corner. Their mic stand broke right before we did the thing, so you had to hold the mic the whole time. And it was like 12 people. And it was just, I think I did okay because I was hosting, I did a lot of interaction with these, some older ladies. And they kept, I was asking if they're single, and I'm like, there's no way I think you're single. I've been thinking about having your cowboy boots over my shoulders the whole thing. And the crowd loved it.
That's great.
Right? But that was probably the weirdest one. The most unexpected one is my dream job. Caroline Ray was opening up in the Villages up here in Florida. My jokes hit really hard with a slightly older crowd.
Yeah.
And I got to work in front of an audience of 800 people up in the Villages. And the first joke I told out the gate, they loved and they laughed.
Wow.
And so you're set. I did 6 minutes or something. It was a guest spot for her. And
it's not about the time in a room like that.
And it was just the experience. I've got the video of it.
Yeah.
And, you made people laugh. And then it was like 8 people. Do you work cruise ships? You kill on cruise ships. You should go on cruise ships.
Wow.
Right? And it's not the 18 to 22-year-old Carnival's cruise ship that they're looking for. It's the 40 to 45, right?
Nice.
And, I said I'd love to do it, but those were like 6 month contracts.
Yeah.
So you're going out to sea. And I've done my 6 month cruises already, even though you're coming in over and over again.
Yeah, I ran into one of those guys, Al Ernst, at a Peculiar Pub on Tuesday. He saw me run a show with Feast too. He does the Carnival Cruise Line comedy, and really, really funny guy. But yeah, I think it is hard. I imagine that it's really tough.
I want to get the
year after
Viking
year.
cruises, which are the ones that go through Europe, and I'd love to do the one on the Rhine where I could just like get off the boat and just kind of circle back and forth up and down between 2 or 3 cities in Germany and France.
That'd be amazing.
And it would be classic to do 20, 30 minutes for those. I think that would work great.
Yeah.
I just have to find my path. So.
Yeah, that's a good thing to work towards. I love that. Very cool. Good. Now let's do video. Get a little bit into this soundboard.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was editing this video. I shot fucking Tito's out of my nose after watching Jacob struggle to pick a video and then pick the fucking just a highlight video from one of the best plays in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history. Shout out 50 Seasons right here. Oh man, so good. And then he says, I've seen football. Oh, love you, Jake. Anyways, hope you're still watching.
Donovan McNabb. It's first and goal. That's picked off. And who else? Rondé Barber. All the way, untouched, down the field. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may ride to the Super Bowl.
I don't know why he clipped this. I guess he just wanted to make me watch it. I've seen football.
I'll tell you what, there's a look at Todd Pinkston right there, and I don't care. It did not look like he could catch Rondé.
The only twins in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Rondé and T.T. Barber.
Rondé Barber stepping in front of the ball.
That's the team that he inherited from Cody Dungy, and he won the Super Bowl. And got his name on there from a great coach, and now he's trying to recover his image after having some problems.
Yeah.
He's anticipating, he's reading routes, he's reading Donovan's eyes. He's the guy in there on those.
This is the Buck fans living their dream.
It's been a nightmare all day long for Donovan McNabb and the Philadelphia Eagles.
There's still somebody out there wearing a Rondé Barber.
Oh, you know it. Someone's
Jersey,
wrapping
right?
it till the end.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's see. So do you want to do some plugs?
Super Two Feathers in Sunnyvale, California. It's right outside of San Jose, California.
Oh wow, you're
I'm
working
super
so
excited.
far out.
Yeah, so that's where I used to live.
Oh, okay. I was like, how did
And,
you source that?
So
That's
my
cool.
great friend, coach, and manager for a bunch of stuff, Dante, was doing 3 shows in Tahoe. So he called me up and said, "Hey, I know you're willing to travel. Do you want to open for me for 3 nights in Tahoe?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude, you got to check Tahoe off the box." You know,
Yeah.
said I've done, so you want to do all the things you want to put in your
And
resume.
we're at the point where like I try not to say no to anything.
Yeah.
Like unless it's like literally terrible.
Yeah.
Like if there's any type of
But
experience,
this is
and I
Caesars.
have the
This
money
is
for it,
Caesars in Tahoe.
that's awesome. You
Right.
have to do that. Who cares
And-
about the money?
The Jews.
Then I said, "Well, I'm
That's-
already
that's
flying out
foot
to
in the
the
door.
West Coast. Let's hit all the comedy clubs in San Jose
There you go.
and try and get one during the week before we go up there."
That's smart.
And I used to go to Rooster Teeth Feathers and see Don McMillan, who's one of my other favorite ones I met. He's a technical comic. He's the PowerPoint guy. He was on America's Got Talent.
Oh, I know him.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And he said, and so Rooster Teeth Feathers said, "Yeah, so I'm going to do Rooster Teeth Feathers." And I get these things. I'm sure you get it from your relatives who don't live around here. Like, when are you going to come do comedy so I can see you do comedy?
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
And it's like, so I've got, I think, like at least 20, 30 tickets from friends and family who are already, kind of come see my stuff.
Yeah.
Like ex-bosses of mine, ex-people who used to work for me.
That is fun. I love getting
friends
people I
and
know
stuff.
to come see my
I might be
show.
the most nervous I'm ever going to be.
You do get a little worried, don't
September
you? Yeah.
12th through the 14th in Tahoe. Next weekend, which probably missed, is the Labor Day weekend. I'm doing 2 shows, one at Clearwater and then one at JF Kicks down here.
Clearwater Comedy Club?
Yeah.
That's a good room.
Doing
I did that a month
the
ago.
Down and Dirty show, which I'm really
Nice.
going to have to stretch myself because you've seen my act. I don't do
You're pretty
anything
clean.
down and dirty.
Yeah.
But I still got some good down and dirty.
But everyone is going to be so much dirtier that you're still going to be like variety because
Yeah.
you'll be on the cleaner side of dirty
Yeah.
and people will like that. That's a good room as long as they fill it.
Yeah,
I had a good crowd.
All right, that sums it up for that episode of Comedy Coroner. Mr. Ed Niemi. I split that one in half. Some crazy stuff that we talked about in the other segments. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll think about putting that part of it out. But that's the part that I'm going to let the public have for free right there. Like I said, my man, Mr. Ed Niemi. See if you can get that. Post the link in the comments for that. But yeah, great episode. Had some technical difficulties. I'm sure if you know, you know. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. Anytime you want to come back, Ed, just let us know. He's gonna book us on the showcase at the Thirsty Buffalo, doing a lot of big things. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Enjoy, folks.